In the heart of Meadowbrook, a quaint little village where time seemed to slow down, lived a remarkable black cat named Whiskers. His fur was the color of a moonless night, but his eyes, his eyes were the most brilliant emerald green you've ever seen. Whiskers wasn't just any cat. He was Mrs. Gable's best friend and official blueberry picking partner. Every summer, they'd venture into the whispering woods with a wicker basket, ready to harvest the sweetest, juiciest blueberries. Today was the day. The sun was warm, the birds were singing, and Mrs. Gable had the basket ready by the door. Whiskers trotted ahead, his tail held high like a fluffy banner of excitement. They arrived at their favorite patch, a sun-dappled clearing where the blueberry bushes always grew plump and heavy with fruit. But today, something was wrong. The bushes were bare. Not a single blueberry was left. They had vanished without a trace. Mrs. Gable sighed, looking at the empty branches. "Oh dear," she said, "it seems we're too late." But Whiskers knew better. This wasn't just being too late. This was a mystery, a great blueberry caper. His emerald eyes narrowed with determination. His whiskers twitched, and his professional investigator mode was officially activated. He began his sniff test, circling the scene of the crime like a seasoned detective. His nose, a perfect little pink button, worked overtime. He took a low stance, tail swishing slowly from side to side. He wasn't just sniffing the air, he was reading the story of the morning. His first clue was subtle, easily missed by the human eye: a single large maple leaf, displaced. It was lying upside down near the base of the largest bush, which was unusual. The morning dew was disturbed beneath it, but not around it. Someone or something had been here. Then he saw it. A tiny, curious footprint, barely visible in the soft earth. It wasn't a cat's paw, nor was it a bird's. It was different. Intrigued, Whiskers' gaze scanned the surrounding area, his mind already compiling a list of potential suspects. Could it be Squeaky, the mischievous squirrel who lived in the old oak tree? Squeaky was known for his acrobatic feats and his insatiable appetite for anything he could get his little paws on. He was certainly fast enough to pull off a heist of this magnitude. Or perhaps it was Pip, the curious robin. Pip had a nest full of hungry chicks nearby. He was always on the lookout for a tasty treat to bring back to his family. Blueberries would be a perfect, juicy meal for them, but would he be able to carry them all away? And then there was Barnaby, the Gable's own dog. Barnaby was a lovable, slightly clumsy golden retriever who meant well but often found himself in the middle of unintended chaos. Maybe he'd had a case of the zoomies and trampled the berries by accident. Whiskers filed each suspect away in his mental notebook. The investigation had just begun. A new scent wafted towards him, cutting through the earthy smell of the woods. It was faint, but undeniably sweet, and it wasn't the smell of blueberries. It was something else. Something floral and sugary, like honeysuckle mixed with morning dew. This was a tangible lead, the first real breadcrumb in this perplexing trail. The scent seemed to be leading away from the usual berry spot, deeper into a part of the woods they didn't often explore. With a determined meow to Mrs. Gable, signaling her to follow, Whiskers set off. He followed the sweet scent with unwavering focus, his paws moving silently over the mossy ground. The trail led them past towering ferns and under the low-hanging branches of ancient willows. The sweet smell grew stronger, pulling him forward. It was a scent of pure, innocent sweetness, and it didn't feel mischievous or malicious at all. It felt gentle. Finally, the trail led him to a small, hidden hollow at the base of a giant, moss-covered log, and there Whiskers found the culprit. It wasn't Squeaky, Pip, or Barnaby. Curled up in a tiny ball, fast asleep, was a baby fawn no bigger than Whiskers himself, and surrounding the fawn, tucked neatly into the soft moss, were all the missing blueberries. The sweet smell wasn't from the berries alone. It was the natural, sweet scent of the young deer itself. Whiskers approached slowly, his detective instincts giving way to his gentle nature. The fawn stirred, opening its large brown eyes. It didn't look scared, it just looked sleepy. Whiskers tilted his head, giving a soft, questioning maw. The fawn blinked slowly, then nudged one of the blueberries with its tiny nose. It seemed the little one hadn't eaten them with malice. It had simply gathered them, perhaps mistaking them for shiny pebbles, or just enjoying the act of collecting. A heartwarming moment passed between the two creatures. Whiskers, the great blueberry detective, looked at the tiny, innocent thief, and all thoughts of a crime melted away. He reached out a paw, not with claws extended, but gently, and booped the fawn's nose. The fawn responded with a soft bleat. Mrs. Gable watched her heart full. Whiskers wasn't just a clever cat, he was a kind one. He understood that this wasn't a heist, but a misunderstanding. But the final piece of the puzzle still needed to be placed. Why were the berries here? Whiskers looked closer at the arrangement. They weren't just scattered, they were placed in a circle around the fawn, and then he saw it. The little fawn had a small scrape on its leg, and a few of the berries were slightly crushed, their juice acting like a sweet, natural balm. It seemed the fawn, in its own instinctual way, had been trying to soothe its little wound. The mystery of the disappearing blueberries had a surprising and touching solution. It wasn't about a thief at all. It was about a tiny creature trying to take care of itself. Mrs. Gable gently checked the fawn's leg, cleaned it with a handkerchief from her pocket, and left the remaining berries for the little one to enjoy when it was fully awake. As they walked home, baskets still empty, but hearts full, Whiskers purred louder than he ever had before. He might not have gotten his favorite treat today, but he had solved a mystery and made a new friend. And for a clever, kind-hearted cat like Whiskers, that was the sweetest reward of all. Thank you so much for joining us on Whiskers' little adventure today. If you enjoyed this cozy mystery, don't forget to give this video a thumbs up and hit that subscribe button. We have plenty more stories from Meadowbrook coming your way. We'll see you in the next one.